So, hello again, YouTube. Just thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about the abject stupidity of people. Very specific people, although I can't specify who they are because I don't fucking know, in most cases. Well, first of all, let's talk about American President Donald Trump. Now, American President Donald Trump a couple of years ago said that we're going to build a wall across the border between North America and Mexico and make the Mexicans pay for it. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen for a start, but people voted for him just for that, basically. Surely they realised that this was never, ever going to happen. I mean, he can build a wall as much as he fucking likes, but I don't think he's going to get Mexico to pay for it. Yes, it's like me building a wall, or putting a fence up in my garden. I haven't got a garden. But say I lived in a house where I had a garden, and my next door neighbour had a garden, and the fence, there was no fence there, and I decide I'm going to put up a fence to separate my garden from theirs. Right. It'd be like me going around there knocking on my neighbour's door and going, excuse me, I'm going to put up a fence to separate our gardens and I want you to pay for it. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? No. Of course, I mean, even if he gets this wall built, which I don't think he ever will, it'll be pointless, because no matter what you do, these Mexicans that he's trying to keep out are going to get in, one way or the other. Because it's like with most things, when you come up with a new way of stopping something from happening, people come up with a new way of making it happen. Take prisons, for example. I mean, take smuggling stuff into prisons. You know, not just drugs, but mobile phones, bottles of whiskey, whatever you want to have smuggled into the prison, right? You're in a Mars bar. You sat in prison for 5 years, what I could really do with a fucking Mars bar? I haven't had a Mars bar in years. No. I mean, they come up with all these different ways to stop people smuggling things into prison, you know. Searches of people's stuff when they're going in, all that sort of stuff. And people were still getting stuff into the prison, and now we have drones. Someone came up with the idea of inventing drones. I'll get to drones in a minute. But for the prison part, people are using drones to smuggle things into prisons, right? What they do is they stand somewhere a few miles away from the prison. They've got their little camera feed from the drone camera. They're attaching a bag full of whatever stuff they're smuggling in to the bottom of it, and they're just flying it over to the prison, looking at the screen like this the whole time, making sure they've got the right window, you know, and the prisoner's waving out the window, I'm in this one, I'm in this one. Me, look, it's me, over here. And so these drones are flying into the prison like that, and flying straight up to the window, and the guy just reaches out, hooks the bag off that's got his bottle of whiskey and his drugs or whatever in it, and away he goes. Secrete them somewhere around your cell. But what they've started putting into prisons is these devices that they use. It sort of creates like an invisible bubble around the prison, so that when the drone flies into it, it scrambles the signal and essentially tells the drone to turn the fuck around and go back to where it took off from. And then the police come along and they just follow it. You want to do this? The idea that you stood there with the controller going, what the fuck's going on? Is obviously, you know, meaningless. But you just follow the drone back to where he is, and there you go. There he is. That's him over there. Quick, get him. You're under arrest for smuggling things into prison. And now you're going to prison. Ha ha ha! You'll have to get someone to smuggle stuff in for you now, won't you? But staying on the subject of drones, since I mentioned it, someone recently decided, in their infinite wisdom, that they were going to fly a drone over one of the runways, or several of the runways, at Gatwick Airport. Now, That's not a very big deal. I mean, it wasn't like flying it right in front of a plane, and it didn't cause any damage, and it didn't have a bomb attached to it or anything like that. And the police have ruled out terrorism. Yes. I am going to blow up. That's a very bad accent. Oh dear. I hope I haven't insulted anyone there. I'll just go run with it. Fuck it. I am going to blow up this airport. How are you going to do this? For some reason they got the same voice. I am going to get a drone. I am going to attach bomb to bottom. For some reason he now has bad English. And he's going a bit Russian for some reason. Who is that Polish? I have no idea. That sounds Transylvanian to me. I'm going to take the drone. That's a bit Italian, isn't it? I'm going to take the drone. I'm going to fly it over the airport with the bomb attached to the bottom. And then I press the button on the end of the controller pad here, and it detonates right in front of the plane. But for some reason I forgot to put the bomb under the drone. What a mistake to make it! No. So the police have ruled out terrorism. So it's just like some fucking stupid, bored arsehole. They just thought, oh, I wonder what would happen if I threw a drone over the airport. Because that's his voice, you know. Can you imagine if that was his voice? It's on the news and he comes there to catch him. Oh, I just thought I'd throw a drone over the airport. It's like, it's really posh, but he's got a fog in his throat and a bit of a cold. Roger! I just thought I'd throw. Oh yes, well I just decided I wanted to see what would happen if I flew a drone over Gatwick Airport, you see. Look mate, I just wanted to fly a drone in the airport to see what happened. I didn't mean no harm. That was a very, very bad Cockney accent. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors up. No doors on a drone, idiot. But anyway, so he flew his drone over the airport, and it's essentially caused the airport to shut down. All outgoing flights are cancelled. All incoming flights are being diverted. Some as far as Scotland. There's fucking Heathrow, only a few miles away from Gatwick. Right? Well, no, let's divert them up to Scotland and Wales. Yeah, let's send them to Glasgow and Cardiff. No, just send them up to Heathrow, for fuck's sake. And then there's like Midlands airports and stuff like that. You know, there's plenty of airports in England. Why are we sending them up to Scotland and Wales? Of course, Ryanair will be diverted to Ireland. Of course. Oh, there's a joke from many, many years ago. No. So this guy decided he was going to fly a drone over the airport, and so they shut the airport down, and they're looking for him. Shouldn't be too hard to spot. Then he guy walking around with a drone, for fuck's sake. Then the guy looking shifty with a big control pad in his hand. Oh, they don't catch me. Oh, they don't catch me. They don't. And they just reopened the airport about a day later, and he flew the drone over it again. I could see it coming, and of course now it's closed again. So you know, more cancelled flights, more diverted flights, and all that sort of stuff. And it's just, I mean, I wonder what went through the mind of the person who decided to do this. Was he just someone who was bored? Did he just want to do it to see what would happen? Was he attempting to, I don't know, take pictures of the airplane using his drone? Who knows? Maybe he was pretending his drone was an airplane and wanted to buzz it across the runway and look like he was taking off to record videos for a flight simulator or something. I have no idea. But for whatever reason, he flew this drone over Gatwick Airport. And I don't know why I got a little bit posh when I said Gatwick Airport. And people do really, really stupid things. I don't know why. I mean, I've done some stupid things in my time. Haven't we all? In fact, for many years, people would say to me, what's the stupidest thing you ever done? And I would just usually say the name of a girl that I didn't like. That I'd had sex with. Right? I didn't like she was the stupidest thing I ever done. Not stupid because I did it, but she was stupid. So yeah, so what's the stupidest thing you ever done? Oh, Becky. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky. I'm sorry, Becky. I don't really mean you're stupid. You're not stupid. The fuck is Becky? I've never had a girlfriend called Becky. I only know. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, if you wonder what's on my cap, it's an Uzi 9mm. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. This is a drill. Sorry, I'm watching my dwarf. I mean, I've done stupid things every time. We've all done stupid things, haven't we? I mean, many years ago, just before I moved into Skegness, so 3 years ago, Skegness Council, in their infinite wisdom, or whoever it was, I think it was the council, decided that outside Skegness train station, where they had the big open area of nothing, they were going to put these big wavy pieces of concrete in, or whatever they're made of. I don't know what they're made of, right? Marble or something, whatever. And they're lovely wavy shape, and they're quite wide. I like that, I think, you know. That's not helping you on the screen at all. It's about as wide as my head. That's also not helping you. But yeah, basically it's about as wide as your head. As wide as the average head of a 5'9" individual who's quite slim. Yeah. And so they built these wavy things to make the place look good. You know, so people drive by and go, oh, look at that. You know, and try not to crash their car at the same time. You know, rubbernecking. And someone, a child, I must point out it was a child, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they were going to ride their bicycle over this way. Now, since those waves had been put in, people had already gone over the edges of them on like skateboards and stuff like that. But this kid decided he was going to just ride up onto it on his bicycle and go over the fucking waves. And, you know, riding along on the crest of a wave and the sun is in the sky. Be prepared. Don't know why I did that. I'm not a scout and never was. The only scouting I did was for girls. No. Although I did get kicked out of the Girl Scouts for eating too many brownies. I hope you got that one. But yeah, I mean, so the kid just rode over it on his bicycle, and he got to the top of one of the waves, or he got near the top of one of the waves, don't know which wave, and he fell off. On his bike fell off as well. Right, so the whole, right, and he smashed his face open on the floor and everything, you know. So the council, or whoever it was that put these fucking waves in, have now put fish things on the waves. Fish on waves, you know, I mean that makes sense, right? And these fish things are designed to stop you riding your bike over them. You see? Because we all go around thinking, oh, I wonder if I could do that. Right? But we never ever think, I wonder if I should do that. Because we do a lot of things because we can. We don't think whether or not we actually should do it or not. I mean, I'm sure all of you out there have had that situation, you know, where you're thinking, I could do that. Or could I possibly do that? And you never think to yourself, should I do that? Like, yes, I could probably skydive off a building, but should I skydive off a building? Yeah. You don't sort of think that, do you? No, you just sort of go, I could do it, I think. Let's find out! Yeah. It's the same with quite a lot of things, you know. It's like technology. Some technology is amazing. Some technology that has been invented over the last however many years we've been making technology, since the very first piece of it, if we go back as far as like the wheel, fire. Some pieces of technology and stuff are, you know, quite useful and obviously should have been made, like televisions, computers, the internet. There's a 50-50 one. Headphones, keyboards, mouses, bikes, cars, buses, trains, aeroplanes, planes, trains and automobiles. Now, DVDs, DVD players, Blu-ray. No, don't think so. But then there's some technology that is created where you just think, what the fuck were they thinking? I mean, again, this is the stupidity of people, basically. They invent technologies that we really, really don't need. Or invent things to go in the technology that we really, really don't need. I mean, how many of you out there own a smartphone? You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Yeah, how many of you out there own a smartphone? When I say a smartphone, I don't mean a phone that looks cool, as in the old definition of a smartphone. I mean a smartphone. You know, one of touch-screen jobs with all the apps and things like. That's a piece of technology that was created that really wasn't necessary. I mean, mobile phones had come a long way anyway, and they were getting better. They're putting better cameras into them because they have better camera technology, and putting more memory into them because they have better memory technology, and blah 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 blah. And they had the ability to play MP3s and Windows Media videos and all that sort of stuff, right? And then someone just went, right, what we're going to make now is a phone with a screen that you can touch with your finger. So after a minute, and they've created laptops and iPads and things that you could do the same thing with. So after years of having a regular laptop and telling your children, don't touch the screen, don't touch the screen, don't touch the screen, right? Now you've got to touch the screen, right? I mean, it's technology we don't really need. People have been using laptops from the day they were created, whenever it was created, right? With mice and keyboards, or with the built-in keyboard and the mouse pad. I plug in a mouse and a keyboard into mine, because my keyboard on mine isn't a full keyboard, and I don't like the mouse pad. So I use mine essentially like a desktop computer, even though I've got a desktop computer, but you never know. Right. But someone came up with the idea of, no, let's get rid of the idea of using keyboards. Let's get rid of the idea of using mice, or even mouse pads, or even mouse wheels, or whatever those big fucking ball things are, and encourage everyone now to touch the screen, which people have been telling others not to do for many years. Yeah. Let's create a device where you have to touch the screen to get to do everything. Yeah. No. What is the point in that? It's a pointless piece of technology, isn't it? And talking about other pointless technologies that idiots create. Curved televisions. Now, we've had televisions for many years, and over the years televisions have got better. They went from those big blocky things, the god-awful aerial that sticks out the top, to the lovely plasma screen and LCD things that we have today. We don't need OLED TVs. LCD is absolutely perfect. We don't need OLED, right? And we certainly don't need curved TVs. Why would you want a curved TV, right? Because if you're not sat right in front of the cunt, you ain't got the best picture of it. So if you mount it in a corner, or you mount it somewhere on the wall, say that's why I mount it on that wall right there, where those pictures are, right? Right? Say I mount it there, right? I can only see it properly if I'm sat right here, right in front of it, right? If I sit over that way, or I sit over this way, then a bit of the screen is curved slightly and I get a terrible picture. Like when you go up to your LCD screen and move to one side of it, the picture starts to go a bit, right? Or if you move down too far, it starts to go a bit dark. If you move up too far, it starts to go really bright for some reason. Why do we need curved televisions? It's ludicrous. And now, of course, we've got iPad sort of devices, going back to iPad sort of devices for a moment there, that have a detachable keyboard or an attachable keyboard, depending on which one you buy. Now, this is a device where you're encouraged to touch the screen to get everything to work, and you can bring a keyboard up on the screen. Boom, right? Yeah. Why do you need to plug a keyboard into it then? And there was one on the telly a few years ago. It was advertised as the tablet that can replace your laptop. And it was one of these ones that's like a touch screen thing with a keyboard, and you could tap the whole fucking screen off the keyboard and fuck off with it like an iPad. Right? It's not going to replace my laptop. My laptop is a laptop. Laptop's a laptop. So you can't replace a laptop with something that's not a laptop. It's like say, yo, I need a new pair of shoes. I'll go out and buy some thick socks, shall I? No, you go out and buy a new pair of shoes, don't you? Duh. Slap your watch. Like I need to see long distances, but my binoculars are broke. Let's just buy a pair of very strong glasses. No, you'd buy some more binoculars, wouldn't you, or a fucking telescope, so you can look in people's windows and see them getting undressed. No. Imagine that's what people use them for, with the night vision and everything. Look, I can see her getting undressed in the dark. Oh, look at the size of her arse. She's got a lovely big pair of eyes. Yeah. It's one of my favourite lines to use in pubs and things. It's not a chat-up line or anything like that, it's just like when you see a girl that's got like massive hands for some reason. No, she's got massive breasts, right? You say to someone, oh yeah, well, she's got a lovely big pair of eyes. And they instantly know what you mean. Of course they do. Unless they're incredibly flick. Unless they're incredibly flick. She's got a lovely big pair of eyes. I'm incredibly flick. Can't speak English. I look better there than I do normally. No, I can see you agreeing, Dave the Usher. Don't know why I picked on Dave the Usher there. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave. Is Dave there? You're American, you won't get that reference. Damn! But all my English viewers will. I'll say all my English viewers. I think most of my viewers are international. And I don't have that many. It's depressing, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, we do all these things just because we can, and we don't really stop and think whether or not we actually should be doing it or not. And that's basically stupidity, isn't it, really? I mean, humanity as a species, right, still can't work out that calling someone a nigger isn't racist, because black people are not a different race to us. We are all human beings. The only way we could actually be racist is if we went up to an animal and went, oh, you stupid fucking dog. That's racist. Especially if it's a cat. You stupid dog, cat. I've got a dog that says meow. No. I mean, if we ever met a Homo erectus, or Homo habilis, or a Neanderthal, or whatever we want to fucking call them, right, and we walked up and go, you fucking Homo erectus is thinking you're so smart. I mean, that's racist. Right? But you can't be racist to people of the same race as you. I mean, I know for some reason we like to think that white people are one race, black people are another race, Chinese people are another race. Well, no, we're all the same race. We're all fucking human beings. You know, it's human stupidity, right? But human beings, we're meant to be like very good, high up on the table of evolution on our planet. You know, possibly even across the entire universe, because we're that fucking arrogant and stupid. But really, I mean, every other creature on this planet, right, when it needs to do something, it evolves the ability to do it. It might take several generations, it might take several hundred years. Like when certain small animals decided they wanted to fly, over years they grew wings. When they decided they wanted to breathe underwater, over years they grew gills, and stuff like that, right? human beings, when we want to do something, we don't evolve the ability to do it. We just build a machine that does it for us, basically. So we want to fly, so rather than sprouting wings over generations, we'll just build a massive aeroplane. I mean, what if we ever decide that we want to make shitting easier? Are we going to create a machine that just sucks the shit right out of your body? Sort of the reverse of an enema. Stick this big tube up your nose. God, doesn't bear thinking about it, really doesn't. And, you know, we invent lots and lots and lots of things that are fucking pointless. One of the wonderful things we have in this country now is we have, for those of you who are who know a bit about our currency, right? We have coins and we have notes, just like America, right? We've decided that we're going to change all our pound notes to be made out of some kind of plastic. Now we started this with fivers and then tenors, and we're working up into 20s and 50s and 100s. Why do we need plastic money? How many years have we had paper pound notes, right, and not had a single problem, except every now and then they get a little bit ripped, or some cunt comes along and tears one in half, or something like that, you know, right? We don't need plastic pound notes. What's next? Plastic coins? Plastic coins would be great, because you can just go down to your local fucking charity shop, or your local like kids toy store, and buy a set of those plastic coins for like your child's like till set or something like that. Okay, well, let me just go home and get some change. I'll be digging out my Monopoly money next. There's an idea. No. But like, we come up with all these things that are fucking useless. We really do. Roll-on deodorant. Now I see the point in deodorant because it helps you smell nice for a little while. Some of them offer up to 48 hours of protection and fresh fragrance. But surely you're going to have a shower before then, or a bath, or stand out in the rain with your shampoo in your hand. No! Oh God, that's an image that you didn't want. Me standing outside naked. No, actually, that's not a bad image, really, I suppose. Yeah. You dirty old man. I'm old! Yeah. But roll-on deodorant, right? You obviously know what a roll-on deodorant is, I really don't need to explain it. But I mean, the first time I saw a roll-on deodorant, I sort of looked at it and I took the cap off and I said, what the fuck is this shit? You're like, smells nice. Yeah, the idea is just roll the fucker onto your arm, right? And leaves this big blue fucking stain all over your fucking arm. Yeah, like that. No, just give me a good old fashioned aerosol deodorant and I'll just... the Lynx effect. Yeah, I can honestly say the Lynx effect does not work. And it would work better if I actually pronounced it Lynx and not Lynx. The Lynx effect. That's when you walk out with a box of Lindt chocolates and all the women run up, oh, chocolate. That's what we need, chocolate flavoured deodorant, chocolate fragrance deodorant. That really would have the Lynx effect, wouldn't it? Because women cannot get away from chocolate. Yeah, yes. But roll-on deodorant, you know. Why did we invent roll-on deodorant? Who came up with the idea of those shoes with the little fucking wheels in that you can pop down? If I want shoes with wheels on, I'll go out and buy some fucking roller skates. I don't want to be walking around in a pair of trainers that have got wheels hidden in the bottom of them. I could just pop out and in and out every time I feel like it and just roll up the road. Wheels on fire, rolling down the road. Oh shit, how do I stop? that why they'd be on fire, but you know. But we create some of these things, and people just sort of go, why? Why do we do this? Why are scientists still trying to find a way of combining like the theory of relativity and like the physics surrounding gravity and that sort of thing to make a grand unified theory? Why do we need that? Who cares, right? We know how gravity works, we know what the theory of relativity is, we know all the other sciencey stuff. We don't need to combine them into one big science that explains everything. Imagine the size of that science book in your school. Fucking hell. Be thicker than the yellow pages. Little boys could use it to stand on to kiss girls holding mistletoe. That's a very old advert. It's a very old advert, I remember that as well. But I mean, there are some things that get created that actually are really, really wonderful. I mean, I've got very into origami recently. Yes, you heard me correctly. I've got very into origami recently. Yes, me, the person that has absolutely no patience whatsoever, can happily sit there and fold a little butterfly out of a piece of paper. Sometimes I get a bit frustrated with the things I make. I made a church once. Oh, an origami church. It was about this big, which is not really helping you at all again, is it? It was about just over an inch tall or something like that, sort of. And it was a church, basically, with a little steeple at the back. And it took me 4 attempts to make it, and on the previous 3 attempts, and I got to the bit where I couldn't quite get any further because the picture in the book wasn't very fucking helpful, and I'm looking at it like that going, well, how the fuck, yeah. And I just go, fuck it. And then one night in pitch darkness, pitch black, starring Claudia Black, Vin Diesel. One night in the pitch, when it was really dark, I sat there and actually made this church correctly, and then took it into a church. Why not? You know. So the church has got a church in it. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? There's a church in a church. In a church. There's a house of God in the house of God. No. Hello. A ding ding dong. I haven't said that in a while. And if you can guess who that was a very bad impression of, then you've done well. I'll reveal who it was at the end of the video. Which might not actually be very long. Yes, I've got quite into origami. I've been reacquainting myself with the wonders of my laptop and that sort of thing. I've actually got Spore loaded up down here. I might be doing a few Spore videos. I've done a few Spore videos before on my, I think I've done one on my YouTube account, and there's a channel there. On my YouTube account, on my YouTube profile. Oh, I miss the days when they were called YouTube profiles, and when you could just go to www.youtube.com/whatever the fucking person's name was. Now it's www.youtube.com/user/whatever the person's name is. Just to be a dick. Although you can still just type in their name after the /, but it will take you to user / whatever, but you know, I don't know how it works. Technology. I mean, that was a stupid thing to do as well, really. Google taking over YouTube. I mean, Google taking over YouTube wasn't the problem. Google fucking around with YouTube was the problem. I mean, let's just say I'm the boss of Google, right? I've just bought YouTube. Right? I'll go onto the website and go, yes. The user interface is perfect. The way it displays is perfect. It's easy to navigate. Blah, 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 blah. Let's change everything that we can. Yes. No. And one of the worst things they did was they got rid of related videos down the side. I hope that's the right side. and they replaced it with recommended videos. And some of those recommended videos are just illogical, Captain. What are we going to do, Spark? Let's have a look at the recommended videos, Captain. Yeah, so like if I'm watching episode 1 of Josh Jepson's playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, then down the list on the side, when it was related videos, the top one would be video 2, and underneath that various other videos from the same series, and then underneath them maybe like 1 or 2 of like his other games, or of other people playing the same game, or other people playing similar games, blah blah blah. But now it's like you're watching that video, and your related video is, have a look at these 10 videos of cats doing funny things. What's that got to do with what I'm watching? Why are you recommending I watch a cat video? There's too many cat videos on YouTube as it is. I don't really want to be watching them. I go on YouTube to watch specific things. If you're going to recommend videos to me, recommend videos to me that are based on what I actually watch. That's why it's called a recommended video in the first place. So if all I do is watch gameplay and karaoke and things like that, then put all the suggestions in there, unrecommended videos, as gameplay videos and karaoke videos. Quite simple. Right. If I'm a person that only watches blogs, right, then my top recommended video should not be, have a look at these 10 things that cats do that are funny. It should be someone else's fucking vlog for a start. Blog, vlog, whatever. Right. But no. People do these things that are just stupid. Absolutely stupid. I don't believe it. Stupid, really. And like I say, we've all done stupid things in our time. I've done quite a few stupid things. I can't fucking remember any at the moment. What stupid things have I done? I once jumped off my bicycle. That doesn't sound like a very good story, does it? I was riding along in some grass, not far from where I used to live, in Boston. Right? I was riding on the grass on the riverbank, right next to where I was living. I wasn't anywhere near the river. I was on the roadside of the riverbank, which is basically just a field, essentially. And I was riding along, and I hopped over the seat onto the left pedal, and then, leaving the bike going forwards, I jumped off, hoping that the bike would eventually come to a stop and fall down. That's not what happened. Guess what happened? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick. Yes, you're absolutely right. The bike swung around in a circle and fell down and smacked me right in the side of the fucking head. Oh, that's not what you guessed. Oh, no, okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, we've all done stupid things, right? And I've done much more stupid things since that. I've got into relationships that I shouldn't have got into. I've not got into relationships I probably should have got into. I've got into arguments with people that I shouldn't have got into. I've said the wrong joke at the wrong time to people, you know. I've applied for a job that I know damn well I'm not going to get. You know, we all do stupid things, don't we, you know. I mean, one of the stupidest things I've ever done was in Skegness, actually, not far from there, what a few things. No, I didn't ride over on my bike or anything like that, no. Across the road from there is a McDonald's. And you have to go across the road to get to it. Now, next to the side of the road, there's a big metal fence, a place where you can park cars, and in the middle, in a big gap, was one of those plastic bollard things with the arrow that points like that. Right, an arrow points in that direction, basically. I don't know why it's there, because it really serves no purpose in being there. Right. And I decided that I was going to run across the road, put my hand down onto this bollard thing, put my hand down onto the metal fence on my left, and jump through the gap between the bollard and the fence. Right? And the gap was plenty wide enough for me to do that, but not too wide so that my hands wouldn't touch the things. Right? The gap was, about, it was not quite twice my width, which again doesn't help with the description. It's about, my gap was less than a metre wide. And so I went across the road. I put my hand down on the fence and I put my hand down on the bollard, and the bollard wasn't attached to the floor properly. It was only attached on one side of the four sides. So as I put my hand on it, along with my forward momentum, it tipped over. And I fell down on the ground, twisted my ankle slightly, but I styled it out. Ladies and gentlemen. I rolled over on the floor and jumped up as though I meant to do that. And then very gently limped off. And almost passed out from the shock. Because if I get shocked, I pass out. I told you to be prepared at the beginning of the video, didn't I? Yes. Be prepared. For what? And so we've all done stupid things. So I'd love for you, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, to welcome me back to uploading again, to post comments into the comments section of either the stupidest thing you've ever done or the stupidest thing you can think of, whether that be a piece of technology or whatever, right? So it could be falling off a cliff and smashing your face on a tree or something like that. Well, it could be anything, right? It could be anything you've done, it could be anything that's been invented or whatever, or anything that someone said, the stupidest thing that someone said. Unlikely lines to hear at a children's TV show. Welcome to fucking Blue Peter. I've got Tourette's. No. Yeah, so post some comments of stupid things you've done, or stupid things you've heard, or stupid pieces of technology, whatever you like, anything that's really stupid, basically, and just see what all our experiences are. And anyone who posts a comment, I'll attempt to reply and agree that that's pretty stupid, or that's not as stupid as you think it is, or we've all done that. Threesome with 2 Japanese prostitutes and this midget. Well, it's not threesome for starters, and no shit. That's not a stupid thing to do at all. That's absolutely wonderful. Ooh, Japanese prostitutes. Why did I say Japanese prostitutes? I mean Japanese twins. Oh, behave, baby. Threesome with Japanese twins. Groovy, baby, yeah. Yeah. Austin Powers, he's the man for you. Epic rap battles of history. Austin Powers versus Johnny English. Begin. Oh, behave, baby. No. I'm making a bit gay there. So, oh, behave, baby. Oh, yeah. Stop messing about. And for those of you who attempted to guess the very bad impression earlier, Ding Dong was Leslie Phillips, of course. And the one I just did, oh yeah, stop messing about, is quite obviously Kenneth Williams. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Post any comments of stupid things you like in the comments section, and let's see how long it takes for someone to compare someone to Hitler or mention religion. That's usually what most conversations on the internet end up with. Someone gets compared to Hitler or someone mentions Jesus. I'm nothing like Hitler. Jesus. I've just done both. You don't need to do it now, you see. Right. So thank you for watching, and you'll see me again soon.